sometimes, yes, they might take something out on others. But first of all, before that, you shouldn't even be looking for something when you can't even manage your own. First and foremost, I stand on that.
The situation, you just trying to be smarter than the situation you're about to be.
If you never start, then it'll never amount to anything because you never even gave it a chance.
Talking about the problem, but you still not.
You not doing. So like and subscribe. Alright then, YouTube, we're back here with another conversation with our special guest today, and the topic for today is: does being financially inept make men meaner? Campers. So, I do not think being financially inept makes men meaner, because a lot of the times when dudes are in that financially deficit behavior or skill or not know how to manage this and that and the third, I don't think it makes them meaner. I just think they're so hard on themselves and trying to figure out how to manage and these and this and the third, that sometimes, yes, they might take something out on others. But first of all, before that, you shouldn't even be looking for something when you can't even manage your own. First and foremost, I stand on that. But I do not think it makes them meaner, because yes, you might take stuff on others, but that is a lack of self-control aspect. That is an impulse thing. So they beat up on themselves.
Yes, and then you take it out on others. You make other people collateral because you can't manage yourself. Okay. That's your own fault. You're the fault in the problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You're not meaner to others because you want to be. You're meaner to others because you have an impulse control and you cannot control your actions. So since you lack the skill to manage, then therefore you want to take it out on others because you're not enough yet in that season. So let's get this correct. You're not meaner because you want to be. You are meaner because you lack something within yourself to be what you need to be.
Do you think they ask themselves a conversation of why I'm not?
Because a lot of people, just like last conversation when I said it, you like the introspective look.
Correct.
Women have the nerve to sit out and say he is meaner because I make more, he has less. No, he lacks the skill. Yes, he might be the flaw right now. Yes, I agree.
Yep.
But he only takes it out because he doesn't know how to manage that emotion, that impulse. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He should have been taught that. When you have nothing, you shouldn't be out there anyway dating. So you should have been taught by your father to control these things, so then you don't take it out on others because you don't know how to control that you are not enough in that season that you're in.
But then I say yes. Because to push back on what you just said, most men do not have the thing that you just said.
The skill.
A father.
Yes.
Nor do they have the skill to do so.
Yes.
So if I mismanage this, because fundamentally I want to protect, I want to lead, I want to provide. If I am not able to do so, I am struggling eternally.
I agree.
So since I am struggling, therefore, because most men lead by their anger, which is crazy within itself. Yeah. It's the first emotion that we know anything really about for men. Alright, I'm angry. I don't know what to do with it. I'm going to lash out. Because in the heart of hearts, I believe most men want to be able to provide for themselves and who they're with.
Yeah.
I don't, like you said, of course it's an impulse thing.
Yes.
And I don't think it's facetious.
Yeah.
But I do think
it's not ill-intended.
Right, yeah. But I do think we are meaner, like you said, when we don't have it together.
Yes.
Because I ain't got it.
Yes.
I want to do for you, I don't have it.
Yes.
And because my pride is so high, it hurts me to be like, bro, I don't got it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So don't ask me for nothing, because I ain't got it. No, we can't go out, because I ain't got it. No, I'm not going to buy this, because I ain't got. Every time I got to keep telling you no. And on the back end of it, I'm feeling less and less and less like a man.
Thank you. I'm glad you acknowledge it. Because you say no because I don't have,
right?
It tears you down.
Correct.
Yes, it does. It tears you to pieces. But that's what I was saying prior. You should not be out unless you have.
They're not doing that, campers.
I know they're not. That's the flaw and the problem in itself with the community and the world itself. Unless you have, you should not be. Because back then, when you were chosen, you had to have to then be to get something.
I get it.
You see what I'm saying? And that's the problem.
I get it.
Yes.
But we're 2025, bro. They're not thinking like that.
I agree.
They're not going in that way. They're not governing themselves in that way.
True.
So therefore, this is the backlash that you're getting.
I agree.
You're getting men that are becoming more and more angrier because they cannot do for people that they want to do in their heart.
Yeah.
Now, some you just being mean because they like being mean.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
just their
castaways.
character. Yeah,
Castaways.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But I believe a vast majority of us are not mean because we want to be mean.
No,
it's because we want to do and we cannot.
Yes, that's the thing. It's the deficit that makes you act that way.
Correct.
I agree, 100%. I agree with you. You're
Correct.
right. You're right.
But
that's what I'm saying. Why are you then out doing when you have the deficit? You should get the things in order first. Delayed gratification. That's a very good term. And we don't want to delay the gratification because why should I delay it when I can get what I want currently in this moment?
Why should I?
But wait, if you acknowledge the first, third, and fifth relationship all failed because you were mean, because you had a deficit, why have you not woken up to the fact that, wait, maybe I should chill? Intro, perspective, looking at on the inside.
That's the answer to
That's what I'm saying. You're not mean because you want to be. You're mean because you don't have, you're not good enough in this season, and that you see what I'm saying? The skills are lacking.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Understand.
So we got to stop labeling people this way. It's not because of that. It's because you have an impulse and you do not have self-control because your father did not teach you these things to control these things way back when.
Again,
I
agree wholeheartedly, but we are talking to a vast majority of people that do not have no daddies.
That's true. Pritchard.
They do, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead and give us a little insight.
All right.
Since you are that.
Yeah. And as far as getting mean, it's not really we do get meaner when we're fun, but all right, say I knew I had this bill coming. You knew the bill was coming. You had the money for the bill. You went and did something else. Now you don't have the money for the bill.
Yeah.
But now that people come around and say, "Hey, are we still gonna do this? We still gonna do that?" Because you done told them, "Yeah, we're probably gonna do this. Probably gonna do that." And then they start just coming at you, more. And you're like, "I don't have it. I'm working. Bills got to be paid." When you say bills got to be paid, sometimes people just look like they get that little depressed look. You don't want to disappoint no one. No man wants to disappoint anybody.
Yeah.
You might not believe this, you two. Men hate disappointing people.
We really do.
We don't handle it well. I mean, usually anger is our default emotion. So
Yeah.
So since anger's default emotion, when we start getting asked questions like, because sooner or later they're like, well, why don't we have it? And that's the question. No man wants to hear why.
That's true.
Yeah.
They're like, we just can't mentally. We're not mentally made to handle that. We're like, and that's when you start seeing the good ones go out and get a second job. Sometimes they try to do something to get more, but then they get locked into that second job. Now they gotta have it because you upped. Because once again, you're inept with money. You don't really know how to handle it. You don't know how. The whole inept to money. The whole inept to money thing is you don't know how to sit from one paycheck and leave that money alone and get to the next paycheck. Put it on top of it.
Yeah.
That's where the problem is. You got money now, you want to spend it now, you want to go do something now, but you forgot the bill. Say the bills are at all the bills are at the end of the month. You get those first paychecks at the first of the month and you thinking that's free money. No, because your paycheck at the end of the month not gonna handle all the bills.
Yeah.
You gotta learn to hold some of that back. And it is very difficult because you work. You figure you work, you see something you want, you should be allowed to get what you want.
Yes.
Because you worked for it.
Yep.
But and some the ones that can hold it back.
Yes.
Those are the good ones. You want the one that can hold back that purchase.
Yes, but we live in reality.
Yeah,
people know rent's at the first, insurance is throughout, and vice versa, and all the rest. So if you already understand it and acknowledge that, then you know that you have to cut back. Because first of all, as a father, you shouldn't even be putting things in you shouldn't even be putting the family in jeopardy first. If I can provide that roof first. And yes, we might not have the fun and the commodities we want, but at least we got somewhere to live under. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you were taught those things. Even though it might have been a small ineptness, you knew this is greater than this. So I'll put this on the back burner, even though it might disappoint them and it's going to hurt me, but at least I know that I still provide for them to a certain degree.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? You got to teach these
There's disappointments where the anger part comes from.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
Right.
I ain't saying they don't do. They do the right thing. They do pay the bill. They do what they're supposed to. That's why they get a little meaner about it. And when you talk to them, they might get a little snippy about something.
Yeah.
That's why they get meaner, because they did what was right. The right path, the hard path.
Yeah.
The right path is always the hardest path.
But if you always choose the bad path and we always looking crazy and the family's at jeopardy, then what? Oh, we still have fun?
Yeah.
All right then.
That guy's probably not as mean as the one that did the right thing.
But see, that's the thing. We should not have to then put things at jeopardy because I know a family person right now, right?
I agree.
I know a family person right now to this day. Kayla knows him. He's met him. Dad worked all his life, going, still does to this day, going. He's falling apart, takes all types of medication. He's a great man, though. Really something to aspire to want to be like. I told his sons this personally out my own mouth. And the kids, when they were small and coming up, right, Dad was never there because he was always in spite of them. Always. Always. That's your job first, to take care of them.
Yeah.
And the kids were like, why is he not here? Da, da, da. Mom's job, not pointing at her YouTube. Mom's job is to tell children so then they can have the understanding of why Dad
you gotta
does.
tell those kids why they.
Thank you. But see, she didn't do that.
Kids don't understand. Like kids do, believe it or not, kids will understand once they get to their 20s and 30s. So once they experience, they go, "That's why."
But her job is to mitigate.
Mm-hmm.
So when she sees the spite from them, no, he does for us. So you will then appreciate. You see what I'm saying?
But sometimes
they don't teach that.
Sometimes the significant other has that spite. Well, he's not here.
No, I agree, but that's what I'm saying.
So the kids see that if the wife has the spite of, well, he's never home. The kids are going to get that spite right
that's true,
along with
but that's why you got to have these conversations beforehand. Truly acknowledgement. But if he's doing and you get to live your best life because of this, then where's the spite? Yes, he's not there, but you live vicariously through him, and you get to have all the enjoyments of life. You should be grateful to a certain degree.
Exactly
I'm not saying demand, but you should be grateful. And when the kids grew up, they kind of had a level of disrespect, like, basically against him. But the daughter in the situation, she understood because she seen and she understood. She was like, "Oh snap, this is why." So she started defending father from the two boys until they grew up and became men and they understood. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your job is to tell them why. Dad suffers in spite of you. That's how it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. You feel me? That when you go out and you produce for yours, you would hope that they have an understanding of why Dad does.
Yeah.
And then the wife, if she can mitigate, hey, he do this for you. So then you will appreciate and shut up and be glad about it. You see what I'm saying? But we don't have that no more. Where's the respect? You just said the partner might have spite. That's the problem. Why are you having spite?
Yeah, once a kid picks up on like one partner having a problem with the other partner, they're gonna pick up on it. They're usually gonna just ride with it, whichever one's there the most with it.
And there's the issue.
Where do you think that spite harbors from, Ashley?
I don't know. I guess down within, like like he said, you see it from one parent to the next. Mm-hmm. If you're around one parent, like say mom for instance, you're around your mom, then she gets spite because he's working all the time and he's never there for the kids and he's never there for this, that, and the third. Well, then she's gonna end up getting upset because you don't communicate, you don't talk, you don't do stuff that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it just kind of like all bottles up into one thing instead of expressing yourself here and there.
So what I took from what you said is not about just the provision aspect. It's you ain't spending time, being with family. The whole culmination of it. And it's like you're doing only one aspect and you're not giving the other aspect. So eventually somewhere it's going to be lacking.
But
either you lacking the provisioning or you lacking the comfort aspect.
Do you know the dichotomy that is? So
yeah.
I have to give all for work and I have to give all at home. Mm. If you go all in on both ends, it's good at first.
Yeah, there's not a lot of
when you're
left
young.
It's
when
not.
you're young, it works out great.
But then at some point,
because eventually you become exhausted. You become dragged. You like I ain't
burn
got
the
it to
candle
do.
at both ends.
Yeah, but as I said, she mitigates.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So it keeps it off of you. Mm-hmm. Because I've seen it firsthand, YouTube. Like, you have the house built, the this. You go without, you lack nothing. But I appreciated you more than your own did. Mm-hmm. It should never be that way.
But I think it was but you appreciated him because of his hard work.
No, I appreciate it because I seen the sacrifice. Life is about sacrifice.
No, true. Life is about sacrifice. But then some people don't need that. Like, some folks would rather have you there than not have you there. Because that's where kids are now. Some people want the provision aspect. Some want, I need to spend time with dad and mom aspect. But you can't have the whole combination at once.
Okay.
That goes back to camp, though.
Yes.
That goes back
Back
to
to what you said earlier.
That goes back to camp planning. So,
Thank you.
prime example, like me, since I know I want little people, right? And I know I want a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's going to take a certain level of financial backing to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So, why I don't have them plan so when they do get here, I can spend as much time as I want with them and not have to divvy up what it is.
And then stress myself out and then do all this extra. And it's like, because if I would have started earlier, I wouldn't have to do it on the back end.
You wouldn't have to do it.
But then, where both of y'all said, most men don't have that kind of knowledge or they don't think about it like that.
So how would you help them to like?
Yeah, how would you help them
acquire that knowledge? Like,
well, I would. Well, to get the knowledge, I would first say you gotta surround yourself because thriving requires partnering. So if you don't know, then surround yourself with people that know, because you cannot be out here financially inept and then be mad at the world and casting it on your lady and your children. You can't do that. You can't do that. If you lack the skill, swallow the pride and then go learn the skill.
Yeah,
you have to. You have to. And I'm sorry, to some degree, freaking submit and learn something. You have to. Everyone learned throughout history. Jesus, the 12, all of them learned something. You got to submit to something and learn because you don't know everything. Every day you live, you're learning. So if I have the financially ineptness that I don't know how to overcome, I'm going to go surround myself with people that do. So I don't then take it out on them.
That's real.
You see what I'm saying? And it's going to hurt. Of course, ego and pride, bump all that. If it's going to better me for them, then that's what you're supposed to do. And people don't want to sacrifice no more because my ego and my pride is too big for this.
Yep.
And it's not. It's not. Because like I said, I seen it. Homie was going through. And you have an ungrateful level in you that makes me want to jack you up to the wall.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like that. Fathers carry the world. Moms hold the children in the world. I seen this meme, and it's like you don't understand the appreciation of it. We carry it, and you hold them within it. And they have to have a greater understanding of sacrifice of why that does, because life is about sacrifice. Everyone has done it.
Yeah.
And we need to start teaching children this. Like, you can't have everything.
But then this is where we go back to not everyone has fathers. But then not everybody has uncles, and not everybody has mentors and stuff like that.
You're going back to trying to get to the village, trying to raise kids.
No, I don't want the village to raise them, because the village did not create them.
Ooh,
that's a whole other topic.
And see, my thing is, I respect what you said, but look, I don't want that. You want to know why? Because I'm going to keep it 100 with you.
What? Go ahead. We out there.
My thing is,
we out there.
I did not mean to go down this way, but when I hear these things, right, like, I'm telling you, that's why I want to debate so bad all the time, because we got to get to the problem. The pendulum needs to move for the community to get better. Everyone wants this, what am I trying to say? Everyone wants this amazing village where everyone has to get in there. That has died a long time ago. The village no longer, because when the village would see kids, then village could punish kids, and then it could tell the parent, and then the parent could get on them. That just died a long time ago. People are making things outside of the microcosm of the village, and then you wonder why it looks this way. Village has died a long time ago. That concept is dead, and the village should not have to take care of something that they did not create.
Oh, I ain't talking about take care of. I'm talking about more like, when they say the village doesn't raise the kid no more, I'm talking about the kid going off, all right, the parents ain't home, the kid, say both parents work, the kid goes outside, gets caught by the aunt doing something. The aunt should be allowed to take care of that problem instead of waiting for the parent to get home.
I agree.
I get what
that's what I'm saying. I'm not even talking about like strangers out here keeping out here. I'm talking about immediate family.
Well, immediate family.
That's real.
Immediate family can.
Uncle,
You know how many times we got in trouble? And he did, and our cameraman, and you did, and she did. Auntie good on it. She get on it.
I got way more beans from my grandma than I do.
I believe you. And they still do this to this day. But like you said prior, parenting has gotten soft. And people don't, and people have this fear where you can't discipline. No, if you're in the family, yes, you can apply discipline, because discipline is what keeps you out of certain paths in life that ain't gonna end up good.
Discipline is like, this now just gonna suck. But discipline is like you're bowling, and you know how they have the little guards up so that you don't get gutter balls.
Yeah.
That's discipline. You gon' as soon as you going down the straight, you fine. But you start going side to side, these gutter balls. Nope, you gonna go over there. You don't go over there. It keeps you on the straight and narrow. So like, it's required for all of it. I get wholeheartedly what you're saying.
And back to what you were talking about, surrounding yourself with the right people. Go get surrounded. The best way to say it, if you surround yourself with lions, you're gonna be a lion. You surround yourself with sheep, you're gonna be a sheep.
I agree.
You know.
You're gonna be
That, didn't you?
No, you
like
killed that. I like that.
I like
But
that.
no, I think this was actually a good debate. And the way y'all was passionate about it, we're going to try to start more debates this year to YouTube, okay?
Yes,
we're going to bring people on and actually challenge their... well, not really challenge, just give them
No
different...
challenge. He said it right. Challenge.
Challenge. We're going to challenge how they think, and it's like, yeah, just iron sharp as iron. It's like, why do you think like this, and why do you think like this? So we're going to try more of that this
And
year.
you want to try to find out where the thought came from.
Yeah, where the...
This is Men Reasons.
He said that out.
We are